Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back. I am AdamMcKola, and it is official. Erik Ten Hag is the next Manchester United manager. Manchester United have made it official. They have released a statement on their website, on social media, all that jazz, including the graphics that we usually see. Erik Ten Hag is a Red. He is coming to Old Trafford in the summer, and we will get stuck into the quotes and the details and the announcement from Manchester United right in a second. But before we go to that, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, you're commenting, you're sharing, all that stuff. Get your thoughts in the comments on this day as Manchester United make the announcement that Erik Ten Hag is their next manager from June 2022, or the end of this season, until June 2025, with the option to extend for a further year. So that's a 3-year contract plus 1, potentially 4. Hopefully this is the right man and he will be here for the foreseeable future. But let's get stuck into this statement right away. Manchester United are delighted to announce the appointment of Erik Ten Hag as the men's first team manager, subject to work visa requirements from the end of this season until June 2025, with the option to extend for a further year. John Murtough has said, during the past 4 years at Ajax, Erik has proved himself to be one of the most exciting and successful coaches in Europe, renowned for his team's attacking football, attractive football and commitment to youth. In our conversations with Erik leading up to this appointment, we were deeply impressed with his long-term vision for returning Manchester United to the level we want to be competing at, and his drive and determination to achieve that. We wish Erik the best of luck as he focuses on achieving a successful end to the season at Ajax, and look forward to welcoming him to Manchester United this summer. Erik Ten Hag says, "It's a great honour to be appointed manager of Man United, and I'm hugely excited by the challenge ahead. I know the history of this great club, the passion of the fans, and I'm absolutely determined to develop a team capable of delivering the success they deserve. It will be difficult to leave Ajax after these incredible years, and I can assure our fans of my commitment and focus on bringing this season to a successful conclusion before I move to Manchester United." But Erik Ten Hag is our manager. We have a Baldy in the dugout now. It's worked for Manchester City, maybe it will work for us. And like John Murtough mentions there, the attractive football, the attacking football, the developing youth, he ticks all the boxes when you think of a Manchester United manager. But not only that, he's a modern day manager. When you look at how he has competed with Ajax, obviously in the Eredivisie. Now a lot of people will say, you know, oh, it's only Eredivisie, it's not the Premier League and all that, and that's fine. He's still got to prove it in the Premier League. It's a big step up, like it would be for a player. But when you look at what he's done with multiple Ajax sides, losing some of his best players, winning potentially 3 out of 4 league titles, getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League, when you look at what he did for the likes of you know, De Ligt's career and Frankie de Jong, etc., some fantastic players. And then even when they left, he developed more at Ajax. He's still winning. He hasn't, you know, lost that mentality to win. He hasn't used that as an excuse for, all right, we can't win, we won't win the league this year because we've sold such big players. He's got onto it. He's got things working, and he's got them working in their favour, and they're winning the league again. So he's a manager that's used to winning. He's a manager that's used to dealing with setbacks. You know what I mean? Dealing with the setback of losing a key player and having to rebuild. So we know he can do that. The football works. It's modern as well. That's one of the things that's been a problem for Manchester United when we've appointed managers in recent years. And that's why, look, I think we're all kind of worn out by the last, you know, 8-9 years of being a Man United fan or whatever. We're kind of worn out by all the chopping and changing of managers, the false dawns, etc., the Glazers just lying to us. But when you look at it, when we signed David Moyes, was he really a modern day, modern thinking manager at that time going forward? No, he wasn't. I know he's doing well now and all that, but he wasn't the right choice for Man United. Then you get Louis van Gaal, great football mind, someone that had a great career, but his best years were definitely behind him, despite what he did with Holland at the World Cup. You know, we knew that his best years were behind him, and we were hoping he could build the foundations for the next guy, and we were hoping he could, you know, go back to his past and bring it back out. Unlikely. Mourinho, you know, the best years were behind him. If you were going to appoint Mourinho, give him a champions team in 2013 and let him take that team on. We didn't do it then. We did it later when he was a little bit more bitter, a little bit more, you know, scarred by sackings and stuff like that. And then we didn't back him properly. So you then have Mourinho. Then you have Oli, who shouldn't have been given the job in the first place. You know, was probably out of his depth, but then you give him the job. And then you don't give him the time with the job. Once he gets the team that he has, it all starts to fall apart. He doesn't get a chance to rebuild that at all. Whether he should or shouldn't have, you know, remains to be seen. He deserves to be sacked, I know that. But what I'm saying is, like, as soon as shit hit the fan, it was over for him. Like, we've chopped and changed managers continuously. We haven't really never made the right choice. Let's be honest there as well. Like, when we signed Oli, we should have had Poch. Poch was crying out for the Man United job. You know, when we got Moyes, we should have had Mourinho or Guardiola or Klopp. We didn't. When we had Van Gaal, we should have had someone else. Like, every single time there's been options there, and we've kind of gone for a quick fix or gone for a different thing. Ten Hag to me seems like the guy that will improve things, like, with time, in terms of the football and the style of football and tactically. Like, if you look at us right now, we come up against any half decent team, any team that's tactically applied. We can't handle it. We're unfit. We can't deal with the press. We can't press ourselves. Like, the only thing we can do is depress our fans. Like, the team is just tactically backwards at the minute. And he'll get a full pre-season with Manchester United. He'll get to hopefully chop and change. We're hearing our Rangnick's talking about there needs to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 signings. Now, we know we're dealing with the Glazers, but that's wholesale changes. You look around the squad, Pogba's not going to be here next season. Matic ain't going to be here next season. Lingard, Mata aren't going to be here next season. It's likely Anthony Martial won't be here next season. Edinson Cavani won't be here next season. There's question marks over Cristiano Ronaldo. Then you've got some players who just blatantly aren't good enough that shouldn't be here next season. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a lot of players who should be on their way out of the club or could be on their way out of the club. And with that being said, you're going to need to bring players through the academy. You're going to need to make signings. And we have to make sure we get things right. And it looks like we heard talks that Ten Hag had gone into the meeting with Man United and kind of blasted them for what they've done over the last couple of years. Then we see the chief of scouting and all these guys getting sacked. And you start to think, has his words had some impact? If they allowed Ten Hag and Rangnick the chance to shape the future of Manchester United and build the footballing side of things, yes, the commercial side is important, but it's not more important than the football side, you know what I mean? Leave them guys to that. Leave these guys to run the football team, work with Murto, work with Fletcher, and hopefully get Manchester United moving in the right direction. But as always, we've got the Glazers. We know what they're like. Do you know what I mean? They might go in this season and say, yeah, you can have 8 signings, and then we get 4. Like, Mourinho wanted 5, he got 4. Oli wanted 4, he got 3. We've always been playing catch-up every transfer window. And we're going to have to give this guy time. But I'm really excited. When you think of someone like Hannibal Mejbri, the amount of talent that he has, I think he could be excellent for those kind of guys as well. And I do think, you know, this summer could be a big one for Manchester United. And I want to get excited again. That's what I want to do. I'm not yet, because it's still, this end of the season's horrible. I just want it to be finished right now. But I feel like with Ten Hag, maybe there's something to be excited about, although let's temper that a little bit, yeah? Because he could be a success next season and not win a trophy. Because success for me next season is getting us back into a position where we're guaranteed Champions League, where we can look like we can compete with everyone in the league, and we're set up to play in Europe and play in the Champions League. Then the following season, you know, let's go and win it. Or the season after that. But it's not going to be a quick fix. We need to give him times, and we need to give him the opportunity to have his influence on this team. But also, by the same token, when people go, it's going to take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years to get back to where we were. It's only going to take 10, 20 years to get back to where we were when you're getting things wrong. If you get it right with Ten Hag and give him the support, things can change very quickly. Look at Tommy Tickles' impact at Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? The way he got them moving very quickly. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the Champions League next year. We're probably not even going to be in it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, excited about this one. Let's hope it goes to plan. And Baldy has his way. But yeah, Erik Ten Hag, it looks like could be coming in with his assistant Mitchell van der Gaag, is it? Then you've got Jaap Stam that could be potentially coming in. We're going to look like we got the Mitchell brothers on the side of the pitch with Jason Statham, which isn't too bad, I guess. Scare the players a little bit. Anyway, get your thoughts in the comments below. Erik Ten Hag is the next Manchester United manager. This summer should be all right now. We'll be out there as well in Thailand and Australia, so hope to see some of you guys out there. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. See you in a bit.